I've not been drinking, honestly. Oh, I'm not happy with that. I think I've just f***ed it. I think I have just f***ed it. So, off camera, I've fully cleaned the block. Well, everything really. Everything that's going to get reused has been fully cleaned. All the mounting surfaces have been cleaned. And all the bearings removed, which I think I filmed. I filmed all the videos, but I haven't edited any of them yet. So, hopefully I'll get a bit of free time soon where I can edit them. But basically I'm on the reassembly step. So I bought, what I thought would be really difficult in the UK is getting all the parts, because obviously it's an American engine, we don't really have LS engines over here. Luckily I messaged put a post on a Facebook group for UK LS swaps, just to see where everyone gets their parts from, and Rock Auto seems to be the place to get them from. Fast delivery, I think I've got all the bits within 2 days, which I was surprised about. But I went for all Marley Clevitt bearings, so I've got a full set of cam bearings, a full set of rod bearings, there's another box up there, main bearings, and then I've also got a full gasket set for the engine, so that should get the bulk of the engine back together. I still haven't ordered my camshaft and all that sort of stuff, but I'll do that soon. I just want to get the bottom end built up, make sure it's all spinning free, and we'll go from there really. So I think the first job is to we'll start by putting these new camshaft bearings in. As you can see on the box, it does tell you which position each bearing goes in. I have actually had these in the freezer to try and make them a little bit smaller, so hopefully I don't need to hit them in as hard. Hopefully I'll almost pop in. And I've got an infrared lamp, one keeping myself warm, but trying to get a little bit of heat into the block. It's not roasting hot, but it's not frozen, because it's like, I don't know, it's 6 degrees according to my watch here. That's Celsius. Maybe warmer than 6 degrees, but it's definitely not minus 15 or whatever these are at the minute. Frozen over a little bit. So yeah, we'll get on with it I suppose, and get these camshaft bearings in before they warm up. So what I've read and what I've watched on YouTube, done all my research, the bearings have 2 holes on them for the camshafts. So one of these needs to line up with the, I'll show you, needs to line up with this oiling hole. I don't know why it has 2 holes on the actual bearing, because there's actually only one oiling hole, but it's very important that one of the holes lines up, because otherwise you're not going to get any oil to your camshaft, which would be disastrous. I'm going to get all the bearings in the right place, and I might not talk much, but I'll get them in and see how we get on. I want the idea is to get the whole bottom end of the engine built up today, hopefully. Very important that the block's as clean as possible, and all the surfaces that bearings are going in are clean as possible. I've done my best with the sort of facilities I've got at hand, but it's as clean as I can get it. And I think I'm going to run, once I start running the engine, I'll do like a couple of 1,000 miles or 1,000 miles on with some engine flush on it as well, and I'll change the oil ASAP. Does mean if there is any bits of like dirt or something I've missed, which no doubt there will be, you can always do your best, but there'll always be bits you miss. So hopefully when I do that first oil change, it'll get rid of like the majority of the miscellaneous bits that I've left in there accidentally. As you can see, I've still got a sensor in there. I only noticed that today when I've been finishing off cleaning the block. I'm not that pressed to get it out today. I don't think I've got a socket that fits, to be honest. That's my biggest socket in it. Not a chance. But I've got some of Lucas Oil's finest assembly lube. I think it's supposed to be pretty good. I always see people using this stuff on YouTube and what have you. So, but it's important you don't put any lubrication on the outside of the bearing when it goes in, because I think that's how you can end up spinning your bearings. We definitely don't want to be doing that. So it's important to go in dry, and then obviously just lube them up like mad when you put the camshaft in. Yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. I'll stop waffling. I have cleaned all the surfaces up. I think I've just said I've cleaned all the surfaces up really nice. So it's just a case of smashing them in. Not smashing them in, I'm going to do it nicely. Just get the tool out. Again, I'll try and do my best not to put me back to the camera, but yeah, I will end up doing it. I think that's going to be the size. Should remember from when I did it earlier, but I hope it's working. So it's the same tool that I used to knock the old bearings out. I think I said when I use this tool, it's just a cheapie off AliExpress. Or I can't remember if it was AliExpress or Alibaba, but one of the two. Like I said, this is probably the only time I use a tool. I don't feel I need to go and spend a fortune on a name brand one. I'm sure this did the job of getting them out, so I'm sure it'll do the job of getting them back in again. I am a bit of an advocate of having the right tools for the job, but sometimes, and I don't mind spending money on like the right tools, but sometimes it's like when you only use them a couple of times, it's what's the point really? I'm all about having the right tools, like I say, but when I'm using them all the time, fair enough, but seems pretty good. So I'm going to start from the back of the engine and work forward to the front. I'm a bit unsure on, I think it'll be alright me knocking this front in without the guide. I think I've got a decent enough eye to get it in straight. I'll just take my time with it. I'll best clean these up actually. It does say to clean them off before going in, so I'll give them a quick brake clean. But I've done that much cleaning, I've almost run out of paper rolls to wipe stuff off with. So I'll have to go get some more. Next time I go to a shop, I'll order some more. It's really important that I'll do my best not to nick them. It's very important that you don't nick the bearings. Be a bit of a bad day when you put your nice new racy camshaft in and it ends up marking it though. I'm just waffling now. I need to stop waffling. Just get on with it. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people that say I've maybe not cleaned it properly. I've not actually given the balls a hone either, because I am actually using the same rings, because I didn't actually want to strip the engine down this far. It was just when I did start stripping it, you saw in the previous videos that it was previous owners of the vehicle that this came out of clearly did not do any or many oil changes. So I thought it was best to completely strip it down. So I'm hoping I can get away with using the same rings. I'm changing all the bearings, but I'll probably regret not doing rings and honing it, but like, you live and learn, don't you? So we'll find out. I just feel like I've got more of a chance of me messing it up doing rings and honing it than getting it right. So if I have to do them and I have to strip the engine back down, that's on me, I'll do it, but I want to get it built and get going. Again, I'll stop waffling now and I'll actually get on with it. So by the looks of it, I can put these bearings in as long as these bearings of the two holes, they're not quite opposite ends of the circle, let's say. So they're like offset, so they're like at 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. I think if I send that in at 10 and 2, I'm pretty sure that's going to get my bearing with the hole in the right place, from what I'm having a look at now. So I think I'm going to go with that, doing it that way. I've seen some people put lines on for 10 and 2, but maybe I should do that. It's going to be hard to spot once it's in there, isn't it? Let's do that. I'll follow the people. Saves messing it up. So I've got that bearing hole at the oiling hole lined up where I want it. So I'm just going to put that sharpie mark straight down. I think me freezing these made no difference because they've warmed right up now. But ow. I've not been drinking, honestly. Right, so that's all my marks done on my bearings, so I know that those lines need to be vertically up from where I'm looking. Should help me get them in. See how she goes. I think they need to be nipped off a decent amount just to hold on. Yes, I should probably get a spanner for it, but I don't actually think I've got a spanner bigger than 19mm, so I'll use one of my favourite tools, which is my nip X's. Yeah, I feel like that's it. I feel like that's the ticket. Nice knocking stick, I'll give her a go. I've got that mark lined up, I'll show you. That's my mark lined up at pretty much 12 o'clock. And I've also tried to line that crack, or where the separator goes out, line that up with the hole, so even when the bearing's going in I've got a good idea where it's sitting. So yeah, let's go for it. Right, I'm just going to see how deep that is. It wants to be somewhere in the middle. So this is me realising now that I've actually created a burr roll whilst I've been hitting the bearing in. The actual collet that it sits in has just been hitting against the bearing. So just inspecting it, what I've done wrong. I will actually remove this bearing later in the video to show you what I've done to give you a better representation. But yeah, this is me trying to get my head around what I just messed up so I don't do it to the rest of the bearings. Oh, I'm not happy with that. I think I've just f***ed it. I think I have just f***ed it. That one's much better. Not entirely sure what I did wrong in the first one. I'm not convinced it's in straight either. We'll get the rest in and I'll assess it a bit once. Yeah. Try and not make myself too depressed. At least it's an end one. Whether that's any consolation, I'm not sure, but I might just see if I can order that singular bearing. It's really annoyed me, that bearing. I'm thinking I didn't tighten it up enough, so I'll have a little think on what I want to do with that now. Whether I try and dress it and try and get it nice. It's just got a little lip on it, but I'm just scared it might damage the camshaft if I do that. I might just see if I can buy that singular bearing and I'll just put a new one in, another one. I'd rather it be right. A bit of an arse to change that once it's in the car, I think. I'm thinking I just didn't tighten this up enough, so it was actually that lip, the metal lip, that was hitting against it rather than it being pulled in with the rubber, maybe. I don't know, but I'll show you what's happened, and once I've got them all in, and we'll go from there. But none of the others have done it now. Oh, I say none of the others, the other two that I've done. I've got ahead of myself there, can't get it through now. It really bugged me that I've done that. Last one, till I place the other one. Now this is the nerve-wracking one. And I managed to mess one up with a guide, so might be buying two. Well, it's all within 0.03 of a mil, which I think is good enough. I don't know, I managed to get that one in better than I did that first one, but it's made me a little bit sad. Yeah, do a little bit of googling and I'll have a little think and see what I want to do. So I've since removed the bearing, and I don't know if you can see on there, there's a horrible lip. I don't think I tightened it down quite enough, and it's really licked it over. I've had a look and the bearings are, for another full set, it's like £20. So I think I'm just going to do that because it saves a lot of headaches, I think, in the future, because I think if I try and repair that, I'm probably going to do more damage than it's worth. And if I get a full set of bearings, because it's bearing one on position 5, I'll actually get 2 attempts at it. So if I do mess it up again, which I'd like to think I wouldn't, at least I've got 2 attempts. So actually that's going to be the end of the rebuild for now, because I'm going to get some parts ordered. I'm probably just going to do another big parts order because I've got like a lot of oil pump and bits and bobs like that. Bit annoyed I'm not going to get the whole bottom end built up, but shit happens. I'd rather do it right than risk repairing that. If I can, if it doesn't show on the picture very well on the camera, I'll take a few pictures and insert, but God, it's a horrible lip. Made a right mess of that. But when I removed it, I checked all the others, and they're all perfect, all the others. But I'm really happy with them. Feel like they're in look and feel like they're in nice and straight, in pretty much in the centre where they need to be. Right, really happy with them. But yeah, nobody's perfect. So yeah, I'll order another and we'll or another set and we'll go again. I was just really looking forward to getting the bottom end built, but well, we'll live and learn. So I think that's going to be that. So in the next video I'll do what I was meant to do on this video. Also going to order my camshaft and all the bits. So I actually just need to measure a push rod because I don't actually know how long these doofers are. Hopefully my very nasal are big enough. Don't think they are. I think I've got a ruler somewhere. With the kit, I'm going for the Truck Norris camshaft, I've decided, and that you can get it as a full kit for the truck engine where you get push rods. I think you can get valve springs, colics and all those sorts of bits, so I'm gonna order that. It looks quite good value for money, but I need to know the length of the push rods. I just need to do a bit of research on whether I'll go the same length or a bit bigger. So I'm sure I read somewhere that you might need to go a bit bigger with a different camshaft, which we'll see. I'll do a bit of research anyway, I just want to know how long these are. Well, I'm here, I might as well show you the other camshaft bearings. As you can see, they've gone in nice, no damage. Can't really see the others, but I've had a good feel on them all and I feel absolutely fine. Admittedly, a tape measure probably isn't the ideal measuring device for measuring push rods, but I can't find my ruler. My very nears are not big enough, so I think it'll get my measurement close enough. You know what they say, you can only piss with the cock you got. So I've got these at 7 inches and 3/8. I don't do imperial, it's confusing. Let's do it in mil and I'll convert it. It's easier in my head. We've got 187 mil. Yeah, I've got 7 3/8 on that. I'll have a quick look on Brian Tooley Racing website and I'll come back to you. So after looking on Brian Tooley Racing, which is where I'm wanting to get my the camshaft from, because that's where you get the Truck Norris cam. Sorry, I'm staring at my phone, I'm just looking at the kit that I want. So I'm wanting this. I'll probably do a screen share or something. If you can read that, it's a truck cam kit. This is a truck engine basically. And replacement push rods are 7.4 inches long, which yeah is basically 7 3/8, so it's just over 7 inch 3/8, which sounds about right because there does look to be marginal wear on some of them. So yeah, mystery solved. So I'm going to try and get all this kit ordered and then we shall go from there. Camshaft, more powers. Thanks for watching, I suppose, if anyone has watched. Again, I'm saying I've talked to the camera like people watching, but it's probably just me through editing. I'll just be talking to me. Thanks for editing.